Innovative content. Global audience.
Good morning, viewers. Like you know, when we talk about film, we talk about relaxation. Film, they have a way of just relaxing your mind, taking you off the stress. Of course, we live in a country where the hustle and bustle is so much, economy issues, political issues. But when we talk about film, we talk about, that smile that comes with it, the comedy and everything that there is to movies. And the person I have with me on my show today, he's not just a scriptwriter, an actor, producer, director, but he is also, I call him all in all, is a full package. I just tag him as he is the entertainment itself. You don't need to take, I can't even call him entertainer, he's just entertainment. That is the title I'm giving to him today. This is Inside Nollywood. My name is Princess KESSY. You know how we do it here. It's going to be fun. So just sit back, relax, and watch. I have with me on the studio is no other, the National Task Force Chairman, Actors Guild of Nigerian, Task Force Chairman, Association of the Movie Producers in Delta State Chapter, is no other than actor Kevin Ovo Prince Oworo. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Like, I'm feeling fly. Should I fly or something? What do you want me to do now? Like, I'm seeing you, I have you here with me on my show. So I feel like I should do something crazy,
My pleasure. Don't do anything.
But it's really nice to have you here. We don't get to see people like you on a daily basis. We know how it is when we get to see you, especially this close. We feel kind of fly, I can't help but tell the truth.
Okay. It's my pleasure being here, and I'm happy being here as well.
Okay, Kevin. How is the industry? I see that you've been very busy of late. A lot's happening in Nollywood. Tell us what's going on.
The industry is fine. Like you said in your introduction, the hustle and bustle of the country. Almost everyone is Nollywood, and we've been doing our best to keep people entertained. Everything is going well. Right now, I'm working on various projects. So also, I'm sure most of my colleagues are working on various projects. I'm in Abuja now. I just came in from Kano. Planning a movie premiere. Also planning a shoot in Kano. I find out we have lots of fans in northern Nigeria. So we need to spread the industry to northern Nigeria.
Okay.
So I just flew in from Kano. Everything is going well.
Wow. So, Kevin, you've been in the industry for quite some time. Yeah. I know when you started, that time you are not this big shot, so I know it's from way back. That means when we talk about Nollywood, these are some of the names when we say Nollywood entertainment and the industry, not just even in the film industry, but the music as well. You've been able to carry people along, carry youths along as well. Now, how did this all start? Where did this passion come from, going into Nollywood?
I've been here for over 2 decades. I can visually tell you the history of Nollywood. But we started before Nollywood itself, per se. I was born and bred in Ajigule, Lagos. And in Ajigule, you're born with talent somehow.
That is just the truth.
You know the likes of, the names.
I know them.
So I attended a Catholic church called St. Mary's Catholic Church, Ajigule, which is one of the biggest Catholic churches in Nigeria.
I know you went to school in Warri.
Yeah, my grandparents were in Warri, my parents were in Ajigule. So when we were like 8-9 months old, my grandmom would come carry us to ease the stress off my mother.
Okay.
That's how I schooled in Warri and Ajigule.
Okay.
So my stage drama acting started from St. Mary's Catholic Church, Ajigule, in the early 80s. Then from there, when they wanted to do the first Nigerian film, Living in Bondage, we were privileged to, under Net Video Links, we were privileged to watch 1 or 2 of their rehearsals at Ijesha, and some of our, Ijesha is suburb in Lagos, and some of our members of that church were part of the first set of people that did the first Nollywood film, per se, Living in Bondage. So some of us are young, then we sneaked to go watch, and we got interested in it. So, and we were part of drama group. So we came into Nollywood and we started doing extras.
Wow.
And that's it. That's how my story began. And today we thank God.
Yes, we thank God for how far you've come, how far you've grown. Not just being an actor, but being a producer, a director, and of course, you've been able to create a niche for yourself when we talk about Nollywood. Now, let's talk about the movie industry in Asaba. You do quite a lot there in Asaba. How is it like producing, acting, and being a producer and a director at the same time?
Okay. First and foremost, I don't believe or I don't belong to that school of thought that will say Asaba Films or you do quite a lot in Asaba. That's
Okay.
Asaba. I belong to Nollywood, and I think I'm as good as anybody when it comes to what I'm doing. If you like being Lagos, being Jos, being wherever you are, and my jobs can speak for me, especially jobs I've produced. Okay, I don't belong to that school of thought. The tag is, yeah. Even in America, there are other cities that they do film, not just in Hollywood. Just Hollywood is of standard. Do you understand? But even in those cities, you still see films that are shot or produced that are better than some films in Hollywood. So is in Asaba. There are films in Asaba that are far better than films shot in Lagos. Also, there are bad films everywhere. Okay,
That is true.
the movie industry in Asaba is quite challenging because that's where you have the crowd. Asaba and Enugu.
Yes, that is where you have the crowd compared to maybe Lagos and
Yes.
Abuja.
Anywhere there's crowd, there's more competition.
That is true.
Okay, and competition makes it tougher. You see, and I think most films shot in Asaba, people tend to see them as grassroots films, and people love to start from the grassroots. You're more popular. Like if you watch African Magic, for instance, okay, I don't know if it's against the law. Talk about them on your show.
No, you can go ahead. This is about movies.
Okay, you see they have various channels where you find out the most popular channel is African Magic Epic. That's the grassroots.
Yes.
The grassroots, okay? And that's the kind of films that are shot in Asaba and Enugu mainly. The category mainly. It doesn't mean they don't shoot projects there.
Okay.
They shoot projects. We've done films that have gone to Netflix in Asaba and Amazon and co. Okay. So basically it's tougher there. It's tougher. People think it's easier. No, it's not easier there.
Yes, that is the cliche that when you just go to Asaba, you get a role so easily. You get to meet a lot of producers, and there's this thing also that comes with this Asaba mindset. A lot of people tell you it sometimes you can use what you have to get what you want, a role you want. Now, how correct is this impression?
I wouldn't say it's a lie. Neither
Okay.
would I say it's a true. It's truth because it happens everywhere in the world when it
Okay.
comes to entertainment. Even in churches, even in the mosque, even in the studio, when they're male and female together, you understand, people get attracted to each other. It's allowed, but the bad thing is when you take advantage of that person. I think that's the perception that where it's bad. When you tell someone, I'll give you a role, you collect money from that person, you want to sleep with that person, and sexual harassment and all that. I think it's everywhere. I think it's everywhere. And I, as a national tax force chairman, even when I was the state chapter tax force chairman, Lagos State, we countered that. I was once Lagos State tax force chairman of Nigeria.
Okay.
We countered these things a lot. We just have to keep disciplining people, keep preaching the right gospel.
Okay.
Tell them your body can make you a star.
That is just the way it
Money
is.
can
Make you a star either.
It's only talents that can make
you a star.
If I tell you these things will happen, I'm lying. I'm pretending. But the guild as a body set up a machinery, which is a task force, to look into these issues. And I think we've been doing a great job.
Wow.
Truth.
That is good to know. I love what you said. Your money cannot make you a star. Your body cannot make you a star. It is the talent that will make you a star. That is a word, a phrase I really love.
Okay, let me give you an instance. If you come to me, I'm a producer, and there's a role I'm supposed to give to Mr. Johnson or Motola Jalade Kende or General Naji, and someone gives me money to invest in that film, even if you sleep with me, I won't give you that role because the person that invested in that film is looking forward to making profit.
Yes.
Do you understand? That's one thing some of these young girls don't know about. They won't give you that role no matter what. They will make promises. It's like even in the universities, you want to gain admission, someone will promise you this and that, and he or she doesn't have the power to do that. Okay, just have talent. As far as I'm concerned, have the talent, you grow. Same thing with money. If you pay money and you're not a commercial face yet or you're not talented, they won't give you the role. It's a waste of time. Okay? I just had to chip this in because we've been preaching about this. At times you advise these young girls, especially young girls, they'll go behind you to stick all these guys and all that. It's crazy. If you come on social media, you see our DMs, our inboxes filled up with girls just telling you, I can do anything. I can do anything. So if those men gets to a man that is not disciplined, a selfish person, he or she takes advantage of
this person.
And that's the truth. And that's what's happening. But we'll keep pushing anyway.
Wow, so that is well said. I love the fact that you are not, you identify these lapses in the industry, and you do all your best to make sure you correct them as well. Now, you as a producer, you as a director, as a filmmaker, now how is funding like in the industry?
That's a big challenge, honestly. Nollywood provides about, I stand corrected, maybe about 2.5-3% of the GDP of this country.
Okay.
We bring in close to like 250 billion naira per annum. It's high time the government takes interest in Nollywood, because us individuals are doing this, and it's not easy, because when you put in millions of naira and you don't have a government that tackles piracy, you don't have a government that supports, we pay for virtually everything. The procedures, even to use government properties, the procedures are tedious. You want to use the airport, you need to write, you need to bribe, you need to, it's tough. It increases the budget of the private individuals that are doing this film. And because there's no mechanism for proper marketing yet, so getting their money back is kind of tough. So it doesn't encourage people most. It's just most people that have been there before, the marketers, and a few individuals. So that's where we get the funding from. But I think after COVID-19, the government is beginning to realize that Nollywood is an important integral part of the economy.
Yes.
Okay. I think they're beginning to feel so. I think bills like Delta State government have just passed a bill, to support the entertainment industry.
And we know also there's this game, is it Nollywood Village or Nollywood City, something like that in Asaba?
It was built in Asaba by the past governor. And there's also there's
is that place in use?
Yeah, it is. Just that it's going to take time.
Okay.
Why I say time is some of us are experienced, but others were not carried along.
Okay.
It's beautiful anyway, but it's not about beauty. You build these things to conform with filmmaking.
Yes.
So those are the adjustments I'm sure this present government of Sheriff
will trying to make. Okay.
And there's also we have a secretariat that's coming up in Abuja here. Okay. The land was given to us under the GEJ regime, and we're looking forward to getting. I think we're going places with time. I think the government will truly realize Nollywood is really, really important, and they'll do something about all these things.
Wow. I know also that we are on the other side. We know the effort you people put in. Like I told an actor that came on my show some days ago, I can't be an actor, maybe because I love the paparazzi side, but that side of going into, I did call you in the forest, network. Yeah. Sometimes you have to walk barefooted under the rain, under the sun flies here and there. True. So these are some of the hazard of being an actor. Now, with all this, we are the other side. We admire the actors, the stars so much, but there's this hatred among these people. Now, this is the make-believe among the stars. You see two stars coming on social media fighting. There's this hatred. You hear issues of I was poisoned on sets. How correct is this, and why others?
We're always
in the open.
We're always on the news, but open, okay? So anything that happens tends to be big. This thing happens in every profession.
Okay.
You understand? Your workplace, maybe you're getting all the actors and you have another presenter that does the same show. There'll be beef. It's nature. Beef started from the Bible.
That is
true. There's always beef everywhere. Even in the music industry, I don't want to mention names. You see what's going on. The same thing with the movie industry. I won't tell you these things don't happen. Okay? So what I do most times is I like to mind my business. If you want to beef, you beef. If you want to do your thing, you do your thing. But something I know is the sky is big enough for everybody. Everybody to excel. So those doing that, the only thing I can do is to advise that it's not necessary. But yes, there's beef. There's serious beef. I'm an active producer. I'm one of the biggest producers in the country. Okay? So you see actors that will come to you just because they want to lobby you. They'll tell you things about this person, things about that person. But one thing I keep telling, I'll just tell you straight up is, I don't want to hear. It's none of my business. I've been on sets where a popular male actor and an upcomer female actor had issues.
Okay.
And the male actor was wrong on my set, on my movie set. This is just barely 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And the male actor did not know the female actor is part of that project.
Okay.
So there's no shoot to scene, and he insisted he's not going to work
with this girl.
I told him he's going to pay for damages. I'm not going to decast her. She's going to do the film. We all came to work.
That is it. So you leave the beef aside, do your work, and go.
That's it. I've seen actors, male and female, who don't talk to each other in real life, who don't want to see each other, and they've played love roles, even in America, Nigeria, and they did it professionally. So the beef thing most times comes from outside the work. Let me be honest with you. Outside the work, most times they have this personal issues, especially the ladies.
Okay.
One guy I'm dating, you went to dating one guy. When you look at it, most times these things come from outside the work. It's not
within the industry.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin, we've seen that the industry over the years has grown so much, and you're doing well. I've seen a lot of your movies. Like, how many movies you've done? I've lost count. I tried to count like last week. I've seen that 150. I was still counting. No, I was still counting, like what I said. So I tried to collect the names and all that, and I got to a point I was tired. I had to stop.
I don't know how many movies.
You lost count.
I know I've done far more than 150.
Okay.
And in recent time, whether it's social media, I think all my jobs are on Instagram.
Okay.
Since I opened Instagram, that's the ones from that
time, that period.
I don't know.
So, which do you like, acting or directing?
Or
producing.
Producing.
Yeah,
producing.
Wow.
The reason I love producing is this: it's a director's film. It's a director's film because it calls the shots. But it's a producer's product.
Okay.
That's why the producer is a boss.
Okay.
When you say it's somebody's film, but it's somebody that is the boss of that person.
Yes.
Do you understand? Now, I'm very technically sound.
Okay.
And you have to be technically sound to be a good director.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because of my experiences all over the years.
Yes.
I've been to film school as well. So I know the nitty-gritty of the job of being a director. So if I'm directing, I have a producer who does not know how to handle the finished product. He will waste all my efforts. So why I prefer producing is I also contribute to the directing of the project.
Okay.
Everyone that director with me knows I'll call you aside and say, why don't we this, that, because filmmaking generally is a collective responsibility.
That is true.
It doesn't mean because it's the director on the set, he won't accept suggestions. Just it depends on the manner in which you suggest
to them.
Okay? So that's just it. I prefer producer.
Wow. Now, let's look beyond
the
that.
most stressful.
Of course, you have to make sure everybody is on their toes. You have to make sure everybody is doing well. Your eyes will have to be everywhere.
Even financially is the most stressful. You know, they give you money to do the job. If it's called packaging most times. If the money is not enough.
You have to find a way to make sure you complete the project.
Why everybody has collected money and
gone.
Post-production, after the shoot, you have to be there and all that. So it's the most stressful. But I think I have the experience to handle that.
Wow. Now, when we look at the industry right now, would you say there's somebody you looked up to way in the past, somebody that was your inspiration?
Nigeria?
Yes, here locally. We're talking. Okay.
Absolutely nobody.
So you're just doing your own thing.
I'm an Ajigule boy. It was just a normal thing in Ajigule that you must get talent. I don't know if you understand.
I understand how the Ajigule.
You want to play football,
yes.
You want to do music, you want to do acting, you want to do anything.
There's just so much talent there.
It's natural.
I understand. Now, in the course of this job, you being an actor, a film producer, a director, and all that's put together, also the task force chairman and all that. Now, how are you now combining all this together? How is it like?
It's been very hectic. At times it affects your family, in fact. I
was going to come to that actually. Talk about your family. How you even do it?
Like now, I've been in Kano for 7 days. I plan to stay for 3 days. Okay. I got to Kano because I served in Kano around 2008.
Okay.
And I was part of those that really, really brought
entertainment
to Kano.
We know that. I know that story. Yes, I was going to go to that as well.
So I had lots of people that have grown now. Musicians, actors, comedians, Everybody wants to see me. Everybody wants my support. Link me to Sun City. Link me to Trace TV. Link me to NTN. Do you understand? So, and now I told my wife and my kids I'm coming back in 3 days' time. Actually,
and you're still here.
I think 7 days. I'm even in Abuja again for another meeting. Just that's part of the job. But in between, even as we're recording right now in the studio, my phones are ringing.
I can say
because you also have Nollywood is a community. Okay, you have people that have issues that you must settle in person by yourself. There are issues you can give to your subordinates, but there are issues you have to tackle yourself
on your own.
Do you understand? You have Commissioner of Police of States reaching you. There's a problem. You have monarchs. You have other guild heads, because the Actors Guild of Nigeria is actually the mother guild. Okay, because that was the first guild for everybody. Started creating Directors Guild of Nigeria, some movie producers, creative designers, and all that. The same thing I go through. At times, I pity my national president, the Mecca Rollers, because he goes through wars.
A lot.
He's the father. That is not like the father of the entire industry. So mine is just part, but even that's mine.
It's very hectic.
It's very, very hectic. See, I have a 4-year-old son. Okay, I come home at times and it's angry.
Why?
He's angry, like
you've been away for so long.
He's not seeing me. Even when we're in the same city, I come home 12 midnight, 1 a.m. It's a constant thing. In the morning, I'm taking him to school, intentional driving. It's fine. What's going on? You say you're going to come earlier yesterday. You didn't come. But I'm not out there playing. These are all issues about Nollywood. And if you don't tackle them, they're going to be a problem.
Later.
You keep hearing negatives about the industry. And we're trying to caution that. I will have a president for the first time that is an actor's actor.
Okay.
The president's president. What I mean by that is he's a workaholic. He goes everywhere. There's an issue. I don't know if you know him.
I know
Chief
him.
Emeka Ejiora's OM. This is a president that makes the call to know what's happening in the state. What's happening in that state. It's not waiting for you to report. And he goes in to tackle it. Do you understand? And I need to follow from his footstep. We've had other National Task Force chairman now. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I think my grassroots experience has helped me a lot. It's been hectic, but my dear, what we go do now? The work when we sign for.
And the work when we sign for, and the work when we did do. That is a good place to bring one of his movie. Now, viewers, I want you to watch. Of course, you know him. I even need no to introduce him. You know him. This when we talk about faces of Nollywood, these are the faces. Now, them be this. Now, watch this with me. I'll be right back after this break.
Prince.
He said he wanted to talk to my father. I think it's a good idea.
Me too. Me too. I think it's a very good idea as well.
You always think it's a good idea. You have never said it's a bad idea.
I have peace of mind in this palace without you and Dad hovering around me.
Please just calm down. Just that the room was here.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Praise, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wileke, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates, 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue, Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers below. For more details, visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week, produced by SRTV in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture. Nigeria.
Okay, my people, it could not be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria using SRTV as your transaction code. Screenshot your transaction and send to 447-459-513619 or email it to events@superiorradioandtelevision.com and the ticket will be sent to you ASAP. This is powered by SRTV London and Tap Tap Send. You already know what time it is. Your boy Ice Prince Amani. I can't wait to ride.
Feeling the boy. Okay, it's so exciting. The game's been dark, but I'm igniting.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Praise, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wileke, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jetplay, and many more. Dates, 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue, Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camboy Road.
Back from that quick break, this is Inside Nollywood. Of course, I brought the whole of Nollywood here today. He is Nollywood, and I'm so happy to be here with him. Welcome again to the show.
Thank you very much.
Kevin, let's talk about Nollywood now. When we talk about Nollywood, I see you doing epics. I see you doing normal movies now. What's the difference when we talk about production of? And I give it to you people when we talk about epic. The way you depict it, you go to the forest, walking barefooted. You know, the girls will not even wear clothes, opening your body. That is tradition. That is heritage. Now, tell us how's it like shooting movies like that?
The difference between epic and contemporary movie, we'll call the other one contemporary.
Contemporary, right?
Or glamour. The
all
first kind of epic contemporary. Contemporary means the ones you shoot modern day villages.
Modern day
villages. The glamour are usually the city movies.
All right.
But yeah, the ones you described.
All right.
Okay. It's tough. It's tougher to do an epic film.
Okay.
Because you have to depict most times years you've not experienced. You didn't experience. Okay. Like if you're talking about 1930, you're not born there as a producer.
At all.
So you have to nut that.
Yes.
You have to nut that. It's tougher to do that. And to be frank, I don't think we'll do it right.
Really?
Do it right because you see people do epic in Nigeria and they have beards carving. People don't carve their beards like this.
In those days.
People don't carve kind of hairstyle. I think those are the major mistakes we make.
Okay.
And, we'll do epic in Nigeria. At times you see zinc. People use rafter.
These days.
I'm not saying all epic about it. I mean, some.
So these are just the little.
Like
Yes.
Epics done by the likes of Ernest to be wonderful. It takes us time.
Okay.
It does it well. Do you understand? There are people that don't know, and that's the issue. That's the basic issue when people say Asaba films. It's about epic. The epics that were done there.
Okay.
Yeah, people, you'll see someone playing princess and she's doing a makeup. Man, there was no foundation and all that those days.
Then
nothing like that. Then you understand? You see people want to. People wait for just a fair guy. He must be fair to play a prince. No, anybody could be the prince. You can get an afro and all that. That's what we got it wrong, but not on the picture angle or the sound angle and all that. I think we have good actors. We have far better actors in Asaba and Enugu than anywhere in the country. I can beat my chest.
Wow, that is interesting. I can tell you that.
Far more method actors. They know. I can say that. Apart from the veterans like the likes of RMD and their sets, I mean, this generation, they are far better actors, not flat actors. And don't forget, some of these films are shot outside this terrain that I call. The budgets are massive.
Wow.
You talk of a film you shoot for 200 million, 150 million, and you compare with a film you shot for 4 million, 4.5 million.
Now, the difference is clear.
Nollywood is just like you're comparing Nollywood to Hollywood. Nollywood is just 24 years old. Nollywood. Hollywood's over 200 years.
200 years.
Do you understand? So you see these guys in Asaba and Enugu, they make something huge out of nothing. Out of nothing.
If you ask me, I prefer the epic movies. I don't know, maybe because of the color, maybe because of something that has to do with ox, a tradition, or I don't know. I just kind of prefer them.
Majority of people, even in diaspora, prefer these films we shoot in Asaba and Enugu. To a survey, you see it. Majority of people in diaspora, even non-Africans, even in the Caribbeans, the Bahamas, they prefer these films here. They know us far better. Do you understand? So when people compare at times, it's funny. I live in Lagos. I stay in Sulere. I'm pure Lagosian. I started acting from Lagos. But I'll tell you the truth, you can't compare the acting here and the acting there. And the budget. If you give filmmakers quarter of those budget these guys get over there, you'll see fantastic films coming out here. Okay, that notwithstanding. Now you say the difference of the film. Like I said, that's for the epic. For the contemporary films, we talk about like village stories from the 1980s and above, which you can actually wear anything
you want to wear.
Do you understand? That's the contemporary films. For the glamour films, those are basically the films you see. How would I say it? Like the films you see in Lagos, they shoot in Asaba and Enugu too as well, and other places. But these are major storylines that don't have anything to do with the village. Very, very little to do with the village. Do you understand? So that's just the difference between the three.
Now let's talk about piracy in your industry. How is that?
Piracy has actually killed the local market of the industry. When I mean killed, not that it has reduced, it has killed it finally. There's no market anymore. There's no CD place to sell anymore. Do you understand?
Would you attribute this to internet? To the social media?
It's not really social media.
Okay.
It's not really globalization.
Okay.
Piracy started it. Piracy frustrated those guys that invest so much in CD plates and all that. And they too, because they were raking a lot of money, we were watching films, even the marketers themselves, they didn't look beyond the CD plates. They didn't look beyond that market at that time.
Okay.
Like now, YouTube is reigning. People look beyond YouTube. They brought Netflix. They brought other platforms out there. These guys didn't look beyond it. So today they're all on YouTube. So to pirate is difficult because if I post my film on YouTube and you go and post it, YouTube will flag your channel.
Yes, that is true.
So YouTube has actually helped.
That means social media as a whole has been helpful. Talking
Very
about
helpful.
yeah. Just how possible it is for somebody that does not have the basic knowledge of filmmaking just come because they have the money. You see an actor that just acted one movie, the next day they are producing. They don't care how they put this together. They just want to be called producers because they have the money to put in. How is this in the industry?
It's a problem. It's a problem. I won't lie to you. And that's why a lot of people have failed. You know, lots of people have thrown away merit for monetary gains. Okay, you see, two ladies will come. This one is far better as an actor. They'll cast this other one because she or she is paying money. At the end of the day, that one they cast will rubbish the film because the viewers are not fools. They see these films, and if you go to YouTube, you read comments, they'll tell you, this person is not a good actor. This costume, this person did not fit this role. This person is this, and those things are not good for the industry. Okay, I believe in merit a lot. I believe my wife's an actor.
And I was going to come to that. How you coping? She's coping. Why?
If the role is not fit, I do not fit her.
Okay.
I wouldn't say because.
Have you done a movie with her?
I've done films where I'm a boyfriend severally.
I think just one I've seen. Now contemporary one you call them. Yes, I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that. Yes, I've seen that.
That's actually her second movie. That's her first lead role.
Wow, but she did pretty well.
You know why she could play that?
Because she's copying from you as well.
Why she could play that is she's taking her time to study, and that's my personal film.
Okay.
Financed by me.
Okay.
Do you understand? Rather financed by me and her.
Okay.
But still, I didn't give her that role. We had to audition her, audition people, and I intentionally wasn't part of the judges. I left, and she merited the role. That's how she played it.
Okay.
And the only reason she got that role was because of her age that looks there. You know, she was far younger then.
Yes.
And that's the age limit we're looking for.
Okay.
Do you understand? I've done films. I think my last 3-4 jobs, she's not in there. Because there's no room for her.
No room for her.
And that's what kills the industry. When you feel this person is my person, I need to put this person in this film, and he does not fit into the role and all that. So it's bad. People have thrown away the tradition of audition. We need to go back.
These days, I hardly hear people saying, I'm going for audition, there's an audition. In those days, these are the things you used to hear. Yeah. People used to travel all the way to Lagos, all the way to Asaba just to go for an audition. But now you hardly...
And that's how you get the best actors.
Yes.
To be frank, that's how you get the best actors. Now, this is we stereotype about actors. We use the same faces. People get tired. And it's basically the fault of the investors because they tell you this is who I want.
Once.
And you need to make ends meet. This woman my God want, my mother want. But meanwhile, this is that girl that can play this role, this guy, this role. And that's one edge the Lagos industry has over us. That's one edge. They give opportunities to anybody they feel can do this.
Can do that.
You create.
And we have a lot of talent out there.
You know, in the East, we some people and we suffer for it a lot. I have to wait for you because you're filming. I have to wait. You have to finish that job. And
I know. There was a major issue on the internet, just social media some days ago, that two actresses from Asaba were quarreling, were saying I paid her for a movie, and this other person said, popular, of course, one of them is very popular. Yes,
but that was a prank. But that's what happened.
That was a prank?
Yeah, that was a prank. They're both my friends, my very good friends.
Okay.
So that's why that was a prank. But
okay.
That's what visually happens. You see an actor keep a set for 4, 5, 6 days after the original schedule, because he or she is still somewhere else.
Somewhere else busy.
Because there are few actors, just 7, 8 people playing lead characters of over 200 films, 300 films, when you can actually bring
new faces, new talents.
That's the major problem we're having. But there's some companies now that are some very huge companies like Nollywood Pictures.
Okay.
They're very big. There are about 12 of them that came together to form that YouTube channel, and they're trying to create platform to create stars, new stars. And I think I encourage other people to go do that too.
Okay, now let's come to you, Kelvin. Tell us about your production outfits, Crystal Kev, right? That is the name. You are the CEO.
Yeah, I am. Crystal Kev is the combination of my name and my daughter's name.
Oh, that is interesting.
Her name is Christopher. My name is Kelvin.
Okay.
Okay. We're all about filmmaking, strictly filmmaking.
Is she acting also?
No, she's not, but she's a supermodel. She's based in Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a supermodel. But I know sometimes she's going to come into acting.
Okay.
I think my kids are going to come into acting, but I won't force them.
Yes, I love that. It. Yes.
I will
let it flow.
Let it flow. I didn't bring my wife into acting. It was a thing she wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. So we're coming. Christopher Kev is coming big time. Big time. We've done a couple of films of ours, you know.
Okay.
Real big films. You know? The film you mentioned was done by Christopher Kev. We have one that will be uploaded soon.
Okay.
And I starred Charles Okocha.
Okay.
That's Jiga, Joseph Daniel, Gozebuka. We have a couple of films we've done as well. It's not about working for people. You need to work for yourself as well.
Yes, that's true. Now let's talk about which people, some of the people you've worked with, you really love and you love being on set with them.
Wow.
That are stress free.
Wow.
Lots.
There's no. I don't know. I don't think there's any actor that's stress free. But it's your ability to handle them because the work itself is stressful. But I have people.
But they used to say some of these people have attitude and all that, no matter how you try to pacify them.
Lots of actors have attitude, but you won't do that with me. You won't do that with me, to be honest.
All right, hold that thought. We go on a quick break. Let's see this. I want us to watch another of his movie just before we wrap up. But watch this, and we'll be right. I'll still do some interviews with him just before we wrap up. Now, stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
You understand? Okay. Now, what's going on? I'm talking to you. You're not responding. What's going on? I just had it flashback. You say haunted. Something bothering you. I was. Don't you just forget about it? No. Come on, why would I forget about it? All of a sudden, your countenance changed. What's haunting you? Or what's bothering you? Oh, you want us to go back? You don't like the place? Don't worry, I just had a flashback on this room. I once had an accident on this room. Come on, Lizzie. I've been here before this room. Do you know this room? You serious? Yeah. Like, okay, when was that? That was like 2 years ago. I had
hurt someone. Oh, that was way back before I knew you. You hurt someone. Since it's 2 years ago, it's long ago. Just forget about it now. I used to bother about it. You won't understand. It's like a candle burning day and night in my spirit. You say you've been to Nollywood before. What brought you here? Oh yeah, I came for the Kings of Valor. The Crown Prince was my classmate back in the US. Ofala, yeah, Ofala. Was it in the night? Yeah. Any evil person or any bad person can just kidnap her and do something bad to her. Root! Why is so worried? Root! 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 Why do you ask? I see. Something similar happened to me before. And never mind. Maybe you brings back some memories, but it's okay. Let's get to my house, okay? We're almost there.
Mama, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Kedu?
With our Nollywood finest, a super dapper star, Kevin Ovo. We're still here dissecting, saying, of course, discussing issues, everything that has to do with Nollywood. So this is inside. We're actually inside Nollywood right now. Yes. Now, let me ask you, which of the movies of you, which of the roles or movies you say it was the most challenging or very challenging being an actor or a producer?
I'll take it two ways. First, I'll take which was really most challenging producing. I produced a film called Bullion Van.
Okay.
Bullion Van happens to be one of the biggest films on Nigerian YouTube in the past 10 years.
Okay.
If not the biggest.
Okay.
Okay. It was really, really challenging because we had to go to Enugu. We had to get a community that suits the story.
Okay.
Use the king's palace, the real king.
Okay.
We didn't build a set. It was fully gold plated. The community refused, but the king agreed because he loved movies.
Okay.
We had to use what they call Ijele, the biggest masquerade.
Okay.
Film, and we needed at least 5,000 crowd.
Wow. I was going to come to that. How do you people do with the crowds in movies? Is it that you go to hire or is an editing or something?
No, these were real crowd. If you see
wow.
These were real crowd. It was challenging. It was really, really expensive to film. Well, I thank God we pulled it out. That's
what of being acting.
That's
you didn't say album.
No, album is not it.
Okay.
I've done quite some challenge. Some are not even out. Quite some really challenging roles. Do you understand? But I think it's my role in Bullion Van as well.
Okay.
I think it's my role in Bullion Van.
And you played as?
I've forgotten the name, but the nasty boy.
Okay.
Very, very nasty son of the Ulu. Do you understand? But I've done quite some challenge. Even Obum was really challenging as well.
I know, because when I watched that movie, I was like, whoa, see, bro. So
I've done quite a lot. I know when you had so many, so
many.
You know, I switched from action. I used to be strictly an action movie actor.
With the guns
and all that to contemporary. So even in my action days, I've done films that, man, you have to jump from one story building
to another,
climb fences. So quite a lot.
Wow, what would you say is the most interesting thing of being an actor? Let's not forget the challenges, the stress.
I think the film is sweet.
Okay.
It's sweet, it's interesting. It opens doors for you.
Okay.
Places, you know that. At times I'll go to the airport, I want to book a flight, so someone is paying for you.
Really? I should be an actor, please.
People invite abroad to have dinner with their family, and they pay them. The actors just invite just for meet and greet, and they pay them. I think the fame is sweet, and we're praying to get bigger fame.
And maybe that is why you have interloopers in your feed, people that are not supposed to be there, forcing to act where they are not true
The
actors.
industry is very attractive.
That is it.
You get people resign from their lucrative jobs to come and be actors.
Wow.
That.
Anyway, we know that there is a lot when we talk about the industry, when we talk about Kevin Uvo. Now, just before we let you go, let's talk about you've talked about family before, but how is it like your wife being an actor, you an actor now? How are you people even coping, family wise?
I think it depends on who you're married to.
Okay.
And the pressure you put on yourself. I'm not an old man, but I think I understand marriage.
I love that.
I understand marriage. I come from a home. My father is a king. I'm a crown prince, okay? And I come from a polygamous home. My father has 3 wives, and maybe on some other side, okay? And I learned a lot with the troubles in that home. That I don't want that to happen to
you. Wow.
Okay, so what I do is try to be straightforward, try and be truthful. No man is perfect, and I encourage my wife to be that as well. There are stuff my wives want to do in the industry I don't allow.
Okay.
Like I was in Kano some days ago, she called me that one of my boys called her to come and shoot a skit. I said, ask him the storyline. She told me, I said, I don't like it, don't do it.
Okay.
And I won't tell her as if I'm being authoritative. I advise her, if you do this, it's going to dent your image. It's going to, you know, like that, don't do it. And she understood.
Okay.
So at times, there are movies I want to produce, and she doesn't have a role. She reads the script most times for me to do the breakdown.
Okay.
She already knows. There's no role for you. Even when she has a role, I said, no, the investor said he wants this person.
This person.
She asks because she knows that's where we'll make money.
She understands, yes.
And like I said earlier, she has a boutique I opened for her, so she has other business that she runs and all that. So it makes our home easy. My grown-up kids are not here with us in Asaba. They're not in Asaba, they're in Lagos. Okay. Do you understand? They're grown up, they can take care of the younger ones. So we could shoot into the night, we could shoot, you know. So that's basically it. I think it's not been perfect. It's not even been near perfect, but I think it's workable.
That is interesting to know, and that is the most important thing. He should be workable. And now, apart from acting, what else do you do? Is it just acting, producing, the industry, and nothing else?
For now, I'm just into Nollywood and clothing. Like I told you, I have boutiques.
Okay.
For now, but we're looking at exploring other avenues. Make the money come from, still look for
Okay, so you are from Delta, Isoko to be precise. Am I correct?
Yes.
How's being in Delta, will you say that has helped you? Because people have this cliche that when you're from Warri, you're from Delta, or maybe you're from Lagos, Ajegule, Ebute Metta, those areas, that's kind of help you to grow in the industry.
Absolutely.
This opinion, is it correct?
Absolutely the opposite.
Okay.
Absolutely. We find it tough.
Okay.
It's the Igbos that owns majority of the stake in Nollywood.
Okay.
And majority of them are very sentimental.
Okay.
I make both say it when they're doing their business and their cast. So it's tougher for you to be from Delta State to even have an office, hold an office in the guild. Then not be a big producer, constant producing. It takes a lot. But that notwithstanding, I blame my own people, because the Igbo man is a businessman.
The businessman.
You don't expect him not to grow his home.
That is true.
Your home.
That is true.
I love them for that. They have the guts to do business. Okay, so like the man I work with mostly is from Delta State.
Okay.
He's from Agbo, Son Richie.
Okay.
He's based abroad. Okay, he's one of the few Delta men that has the mind to invest like the Igbo man. If there's no money in movie, you will see lots of movie coming out on a daily basis. So it's the average Igbo man and the Yoruba man that understood that. There's profit in this thing. That's why lots of people are in there. So our own people believe in doing other things. So it does not help in any way to say because you're from there. That's no, not at all.
Now, how would you the evolving of the industry for so long now? We've moved from the Nollywood of then till now, talking about production, technology, casting, and all that, and then collaboration with international bodies. How is it like so far?
I need to say this and I need to say it right.
Okay.
The industry has evolved.
Okay.
In a very big way. But very few people have benefited from it.
Okay.
From international collaborations.
Okay.
And those are the Lagos people. Only them, in fact. And not just effort in Lagos. I hope this goes global. Because viral, because they know I'm saying the truth.
Okay.
And I've always told them truth on social media.
Okay.
You're following me, you know the
Of
way
course, I know it is, yes.
In the East, we struggle to even get a very good film.
Okay.
To Netflix or Amazon and Co.
Okay.
We struggle, the posting is there. I can beat my chest. I can mention films I've done. Even the Bullion Van, No Barrier, Two Brides, Same Groom. Barely, let's those cinema films, very few of them can beat those films anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere. Those films are on YouTube. I just mentioned the names. Go see the picture quality. Go see the sound
quality and all that.
Acting. Go see everything. But take it to these guys. Take it to these guys. They want somebody from Lagos that they know already. To be the middleman.
Okay.
And it's not helping even Netflix itself. It's not helping them. There's so many good films out there that the viewers want to see, that we've done. But because they have this connect with these guys, Film One and Co., and they feel it's only from them.
That you can get the standard or quality films.
That's wrong. So we have not benefited anything, any international collaboration, anything at all. It's only them that have benefited it. But guess what? We're far more popular than them.
That is true. I don't know why. Yes.
That's the truth. We're far more popular than them. Do you understand? We meet at the airport. We meet at events. You know Zubi Michael?
Of course. Who doesn't know Zubi?
You know Kevin Ekita. You know Destiny Etiko.
Who doesn't?
You know Charles Okocha.
Who doesn't?
You know these guys. You know Chizzy Alichi. You know, these guys are far more popular. Place them and the same pressure with these guys. We're all colleagues. It's not the actor's fault now. I'm talking about it is the industry's fault. And that's what the agent is trying to do. Instead of dividing the industry,
bring it together. Yes.
We are not saying you must put us in your cinema films. Fine, we don't care. Though they're putting most of our people in Kemowo, Patient Zoko, everybody.
Even Zubi is not coming in, yes.
Well, that's not even the issue. All I'm saying is, what you give to these guys, give to us.
Others. Everybody deserves it because it's one body, right? When we talk about Nollywood, the guild.
It's one body.
Okay.
See, you can divide us with names that they mention, but the viewers don't divide. The viewers know this is Nollywood. The world knows this is Nollywood. The second largest filmmaking industry in the world. Do you understand?
Yes.
But I'll tell you the truth, we as Eastern filmmakers do not benefit anything from international collaboration. Nothing at all.
This is sad. Anyway, it's a good place to wrap up the show. But before we let you go, what's your advice to upcoming actors, actresses? Because a lot of people, some have the passion willingly, but nobody to help. You know, this role, money for role, body for role, and some are just desperate to be there. While others sincerely, genuinely want to be actors. They have the passion, but no means of going into the industry. Now, what's your advice?
My first and foremost, perseverance is key. Believing in yourself is key. Money cannot make you a star. I've had people that their parents have called me. They want to give me money to project them. And I've said no. Because I've seen people collect money, project them. When they don't have the talent, they won't grow. Sleeping with people will not make you a star. Okay? I know most of you write a lot of celebrities on social media. I don't respond. I see that a lot. You tell me a lot. But keep persevering. Keep pushing. I'm telling you, one day is going to be your turn. And it takes one film to make you a star. Just one opportunity. At times, it might not even be the lead role. It might be something you did, something you said, 2, 3 things. Now there's social media. TikTok can just pick it up. And that's who you are. Just believe in yourself and pray.
Wow. That's a good place to wrap up the show. Believe in yourself and pray. And of course, like he said, the only thing that can make you a star, you already know you have to, build that talent and become a star just like him so that we celebrate you as well. Well, our viewers have been on the show with Prince Kevin Ogoro. He is not just an actor, but a script writer, a producer, director, and also he is the chairman of Task Force, Asaba Delta State branch.
Of Asura Movie Producers.
Yes. Thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate you today. And I know I'm sorry I had to drag you here like this today. Next time I'll still drag you, Shasu. But thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate your time. That will be all today, viewers, on Inside Nollywood. But always know that I will always be here with Faces, our superstar celebrity, to talk about, Nollywood. Of course, we have to build Nollywood. We have to talk about Nollywood. They entertain us. They do so much. They go into the forest. They go through a lot. We're sleeping and they are shooting just to keep us entertained. And I think we should keep celebrating them. My name is Princess KESSY, always your host on this show. See you next time on Inside Nollywood. Bye for now.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also,